a club becomes a class at McNichol Middle School as students take on real-world environmental challenges. The program is called GAIA, which stands for Growing Awareness in All, and started as an after-school club but has evolved into a full-blown science class at the school, allowing students to take charge of their own learning by presenting them with actual problems and having them work together to find their own solutions.
GAIA we started 5 years ago as an environmental club after school, and it evolved into something huge. Each year we have a different goal, but the overall goal of the club is to train students to work independently, where the teachers are the facilitators. We do not give them a task list. Students starting from beginning to end, coming up with a problem, researching, working on the solution. This year we're working on pharmaceuticals in the marine environment, and then we have another group doing upcycling.
In the Pharmaceutical Project, students dive into marine life as they research ways to remove pharmaceutical products that reach our waterways through human waste and pollution. So the students tested a plan to introduce certain plants that would hopefully devour the unwanted medicine that's causing the environmental damage.
Oh my goodness! We were trying to do our project based on something to help with the ocean. So what we did was we made 3 groups and we put 3 different types of plants. Then we made our control where it was just medicines, and we separated that. We put the brine shrimp, our guinea pigs, to see how many would die or not. Turns out that in the control group where it was just medicines, all the brine shrimp died, and then in the other groups there was just plants, most of the brine shrimp lived. So far we have the basis of our experiment, but we're not completely there. We have a solution forming.
We only have 1% of water for like the whole world to use out of all the water that we have. And every year that somebody drops pharmaceuticals inside the water, they're making us have less water to use. So it all starts with us. We can show them that we can do this and we can clean up our world for the next generation of kids.
GAIA's Upcycling project is another example of the students addressing real-world environmental problems, like the excessive trash filling our landfills, as the students find interesting ways to reuse the school's immense garbage by salvaging it and making bows, wallets, and other products, which the students then sell to support their program.
Well, at our school, we know they throw out a lot of recyclables. So this year we're trying to minimize the amount of recyclables that gets thrown away into the garbage each year. So what we did is we bring it upstairs, we clean it out, and we upcycle it, which is pretty much taking something old and turning it into something new.
We're trying to find innovative ways to make different materials out of the Gatorade bottles and chip bags, and people like them, and we're saving the earth and making accessories with it at the same time.
You see all these like chip bags that you've been throwing away. Well, now that you're recycling them, look how many beautiful things we can make out of them. And we're trying to like show everybody that stop throwing them away, recycle them.
And presenting these students with these real-world problems and have them develop their own solutions is an excellent way to teach them science, as it gives them a critical thinking approach to learning, which we know can be extremely effective.
First of all, it gets them interested, and they'll remember what they've done, whereas the facts in the books, that's just a memorization. It's something you can look up in a book, but what do you do with that information? So this teaches them to do something with the information that they find. I mean, this is graduate level work that these middle schoolers are doing. They are impressive kids.
They are also passionate about what they're doing and the GAIA program in general.
I believe this is one of the best programs at McNichol Middle because we as a class come up with our own ideas to help better the earth. We're actually putting this into the real world, showing everyone else that students or middle school kids can come up with an efficient idea to help better the world and the people in it. We're pretty much the ambassadors of Mother Nature.
We're the future. We're the next generation. If we don't care, if we don't know, what's going to happen? What's going to happen to our environment? We have to live here. We have to make it a home for generations after us. It's our time to step up and not sit there and be a sideline. We can't let the adults do all the work for us.
I love this class. There's a lot of kids who actually come up to me and like, oh, you guys have so much fun in this class. I'm like, it's really fun trying to like, all the problems that the world is causing, like we're kind of like fixing it in a way. It's like so fun in this class. I love it.
Broward School Beat can be seen right here on BECON-TV.